Alright. You said I saw 3 what?
Advose. So the guys that were guarding the bridge before.
Oh, okay.
The one-horned species.
The unicorns?
Yeah.
Cool. Good job, boys.
Okay, so that'll put everyone back here.
Should we make our discipline cool checks to recover?
Yes, discipline or cool to recover strain.
And are those 2 threat both strain, or are they something else?
In this case, take them as strain. That was part of what caused you to see your vision. Make sure it's simple, no difficulty. Or, you can roll difficulty with it and make it worse for yourself. That works too.
What? Oh, there's an upgrade.
Yeah, now we're back on the dynamic lighting map. Everything's lagging.
Yeah.
So does that mean I get another advantage though?
No, it doesn't really count as anything in this
advantage,
anyway.
Yeah. Don't do anything.
So just recover 3 strain.
None. All right. Serenda's still stressed out.
Still have Dow and Pon.
Nope.
And on this one occasion,
Only Terrorist is feeling good.
what I'm going to do is, if you want to roll for Scruffy, I will halve the number of successes he gets for it, and he can recover that much health, rounded up.
Mm-hmm.
He recovers 1.
1 health. It's up to you what you want to do at this point. I don't know how many people still have stim packs. Some of you started with more than others, so...
I believe I have one, but I would like to give mine to Scruffy.
I think...
He's had one before.
So you've got... Yeah, you've got 1. Surrender has 1. Dow has...
Holy crap.
Dow has
lots.
6.
Dow has...
Okay, well, what I would suggest is Dow use them on the 3 of you that are damaged. So 1 on himself, which will... has he recovered strain health before? I don't believe so. So he would recover 5.
So he's using 4 all up?
He used 3. Given he's got 6, that would be the most logical way to do it. So Dow just hands out some stim packs. He recovered 5 health. Pon should recover 4. And the Scruffy should recover 3 health.
Oh,
great.
Do you have any plans on which direction you wanted to head?
I was going to see if we can ask the gatekeeper. So Pon steps forward in like the middle of the cave, and he says, "Gatekeeper, are you there? Show us the way to go."
You hear the gatekeeper's voice as he materializes in front of you. Much larger than before, apparently. Yeah, same here. Is there anything you wish to request of me in particular? Or do you just wish to know which direction you should head?
I look at the others. I just want to know the way to go.
I agree.
Both the right directions, both to the right and across the murky water to the left, will lead into the temple. One will lead into the archive where Malfax and one of the Advose are currently searching. The other leads into an empty chamber.
What is in the empty chamber? Is there any hidden secrets?
The secrets of the temple I have judged Malfax to not be worthy of finding. If you can help me rid the temple of him, I will share all the secrets the temple has to offer.
That would be good, and we will try our best to do so.
I say we go for the archives.
Are we safely able to tread through this murky water?
Aye, it's not a very good thing to be standing in. You might want to leap across the rocks to make it to the other side.
Yeah. I don't know if we should go up to the chamber, hey?
You want to go into the empty chamber?
I think it might be a trap, but...
There is also the option of asking the exact positioning of various things that Surrender saw in a vision.
Yeah.
Remember from last session, you found a map of the temple, so you can compare what you've just been told to the map and be able to work out roughly what you want to do based on that.
Yeah, where in this map that we have was that all that stuff happening?
So you were near the shrine on the right-hand side, so you've just come in the doorway there. So all the stuff that you've just done there has taken place in that front part of a cave, which is in the black section of the map, basically. What you just got described from the gatekeeper is the path to the right leads to the archive, where Malfax and one of the Adversae currently are. The path on the left will lead to an empty chamber. So comparing it to the map, you can kind of figure out various things from that.
All right. So, looks like our options are either to just go straight for him or to try to get the drop on them by sneaking up in the empty first.
Okay, so as a group, do you want to make a decision on where to go, what to do, whether you have any more questions for the gatekeeper? What would you like?
All right, we'll call for him. Gatekeeper.
He's like, I'm already here, son.
What is Malefax accessing in the archives?
Aye, Malfax is after my holocron. It is a store of ancient knowledge of the Force created by the Jedi. I am the gatekeeper of my holocron, and it is my responsibility to keep the knowledge it contains from the unworthy. Malfax very clearly is unworthy, so I have hidden the holocron from him. If you help me rid the temple of him, I will share that with you as well.
Just feeling that this guy's a one answer type person. It's always, we need to get rid of him and then he'll help us.
You also need to help me purge the dark side from my temple.
Yes, which we are very willing to do, and we are trying our best to help.
We also need to find Heathen. Do you know where she is?
Heathen Romand is currently being guarded by an Adversae mercenary in the main assembly hall. She's injured, but not in any immediate danger. She's only injured from her captivity and torture. There's no serious injury, just minor pain, and she won't be able to move much, but she's propped up against the pillar at the moment.
Is that Neil Malfax as well?
Malfax is in the archive.
Oh, so
But he has been moving back and forth between yelling at her, slapping her, and back into the archive to try and find my holocron.
So if we go to the path on the left, it'll take us to an open room.
It'll take you to an empty room. For a more appropriate description, the room is to the right of my antechamber in the front hall. But there is also some damage to the surrounding chambers there, and if you can manage, you might be able to climb up into a hallway that heads right into the main assembly hall.
Again, I say we go for the archives.
Well, we do
Let's
need
take
to
the
make
fight to
sure
the
we
end.
rescue our mentor first. Because if we go into the archives and we don't manage to stop Malefax and he gets out of that room, he might kill our mentor before we can stop him.
I reckon we should go get Malfax, and then, because we still need to clear the temple of...
Just as you discuss, you hear a strangled scream from within the temple. Clearly, Heathen is still alive, though being attacked.
All right.
I think we should go and try and kill.
She's still in no immediate danger. She's just being tortured for information.
Just
I
being
know.
tortured.
I know. That's exactly what I got from that. It's okay.
Yes.
She her fingernails are getting ripped off, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper, that's still a big deal for us.
Oh, I always forget that you flesh creatures have a lot lower pain tolerance than those who don't exist.
You must have been a flesh creature at one point in your life.
It is possible, but I don't remember much of that time.
Wait, just how long have you been the way you are?
Oh, many cycles. I have been the guardian of my holocron since well before rise of the Sith Empire.
We're running out of time. We don't have
Yeah, let's
the
go.
luxury to play 20 questions anymore.
So
we need to go.
if we're gonna stop the torture, we need to bypass Malefax to stop the torture and then trap him in the archive, right? That way he has nowhere else to run. Or we could just
Agreed.
run into the archive and face him off, but if he runs out the assembly hall, then we gotta chase him all through the temple.
Malfax is the one who has been torturing Romand. He keeps moving between the main assembly hall and the archive.
So that's where we should go.
Is one path way shorter than the other?
One path is much more direct. However, if you go to the path on the right, you find partway along a ledge that you will be unable to reclimb. So if you choose that way and drop down from the ledge, you will have made a very firm decision at that point.
Where do we drop down from the ledge into?
Main chamber. One direction will lead to the archive, the other you will not be able to access until the dark side is purged from my temple.
I don't see anything main chamber.
It's still inside the cave system.
So if we go to the right, basically that's archive only.
Yes, that will lead you to the archive.
And we go to the left, we come out in some room. Which room is it on the map that we come out in? Or is it in the hallway?
So very specifically, what he was trying to describe is if you look at the main assembly hall on your map, to the right you've got the archive, but just below the archive is a pathway.
Yeah.
That pathway leads to a hallway with red strips down the sides and statues in it.
So we'd come out in that hallway?
Basically, the hallway down the lower end of it has crumbled and fallen into the cavern. The cavern then continues along that way a little bit further into the chamber, sort of near the front antechamber there, but on the right-hand side. So the L-shaped one.
Right, so we come up in the hallway near those statues, or
yes,
all the
you
way
could
at the
come
bottom?
in near the. You could go in either.
Yeah, let's try to come in the hallway near the statues, because that's pretty close.
That's what I reckon. Does everyone agree?
Yep.
Yes. All right,
Yep.
let's do it.
So to cross the water here, just make a easy athletics roll. If you've got enhance, you can use that as well because that'll boost your ability a bit.
What are we doing? Athletics check.
Do I get a black because it's dark?
Yes. Anyone who has trouble seeing will have a black setback die as well.
Oh.
But you failed, so you fell in the water, so I want you to take a strain and keep in mind you'll have a setback die for your next roll. Whatever roll that is. Someone can help you out of the water. Pon, are you using the dark side, or are you just going to ignore it and try and do it off of your own skill with how well you rolled?
I'll just do it off of my own skill.
Okay. So you get to the other side safely.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not tapping into the dark side. I'll just go
Okay.
on the
So
power of
you
the
both
athletics
managed to make it across just fine. One of you,
Can I recover strain with that advantage?
you can.
Because I'm pretty far up the strain level.
One of you can also assist Taras, who fell into the water.
How do I do it? Do I just do it again?
No, someone who has climbing
I need
gear.
to-
Surrender does. So Surrender can make a easy. What would pull him up?
Do I need to roll Scruffy?
Yeah,
Or
you
he
do.
roll? He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have setback because he can see fine in the dark.
No, but like he doesn't have any.
Athletics.
He has base brawn, right?
Yeah, it rolls off of the number of brawn he has.
Let's see.
Crap.
I thought you said he didn't have athletics.
I found it. It's a custom
Okay.
skill.
Okay, well, Scruffy gets across just fine.
Apparently so.
So
I scratch his chin as he comes over.
Surrender made it across. Scruffy made it
Guys,
across.
help! Help me! I'm sinking in knee-high water.
Taras fell in.
I'll reach in and help him up.
I
Yeah.
was gonna play cool because I'm freaking out, but I'm still freaking out.
that's a
if
really
you're gonna
weird
help him
roll.
up,
Only one die did anything.
just make a simple you're gonna borrow Surrender's climbing gear, so let's see how good she is at maintaining it. So one of the two of you, doesn't matter which, can roll a simple mechanics.
I will make the mechanics check.
Taras shouldn't.
Because this is her gear, so
Okay.
it would be her maintenance. And
Simple, so
darkness
no
has nothing to
difficulty.
do with how well she maintains.
No. Darkness has nothing to do with how well you maintain the climbing gear you created.
You said simple mechanics check.
I
That
did,
means
yes.
No difficulty.
Yes.
So I would have gone.
There you go. So it's fine. You've pulled him out.
Yay.
Someone needs to roll for Dow.
Yes, someone that's not me, because this map lags me so hard. I this character page open and
Dow should have a setback, but you didn't. The worst a setback could do wouldn't reduce like, still roll the setback because he might lose the advantage or something. I mean, he'd still
Setback,
succeed.
is that a downgrade? Or...
Black die. I mean, either way, he would have succeeded there. It's just he
What?
could have ended up with some...
Oh, I just
Wait.
lagged crazy, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he made it across. He just didn't get the advantage, which is fine. Okay, so you're all on the other side.
Okay, so let's continue down the chamber.
Yep.
You want me to move your characters so you don't have to
Yeah,
worry
could you
about the lag?
please? It's so laggy I can't scroll properly.
Basically, on the right-hand side, you've got the hallway with the statues. Right where you are here, you can see on the left there's another path, which it's up to you whether or not you want to do anything about that. Or you can just continue down to the statue hallway.
To the temple, right?
Yeah, I think we need to stop the torture.
Okay.
'Cause-
So I want two of you have climbing gear. We've already established Surrender's is well maintained, so she has an automatic up there by using the climbing gear.
I made climbing gear initially back when
Yes.
first.
Yep. So you need to now make a simple mechanics check and see how well you've maintained it. Yours is well maintained, so you can get up just fine. Pon never had climbing gear, so he will have to find another way to scramble up that rock.
I'll just force jump.
Okay.
Difficulty?
Difficulty would be easy because it's not very high.
I did athletics.
Yep, so you
scruffy.
both get up just fine.
I did a double. It would have been a 2, right? For that type of height?
It would have been 1, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, wait. Dow, I mean, he tried to make climbing gear the first time and failed, so I guess someone will now need to, with the amount that the climbing gear has been used, one of the two of you is going to have to roll a average mechanics to see if you can maintain it while you're pulling Dow up.
Or we could get him to force jump, because I think he has the same thing.
He doesn't have enhance.
I think he got sense.
You could try and use regular athletics on him, see if he can get up that way.
Yeah, he's got a pretty hefty brawn, doesn't he?
So.
3 brawn, I believe.
Why don't we try that first? Maybe he's just gonna show off and free climb this whole thing.
Okay, give it a shot. It's still, yeah, easy difficulty.
I don't see brawn.
You wouldn't roll brawn itself. You would just find the athletic skill, which defaults off of brawn, and then roll that. Because he might have a rank or 2. Or not, but he still makes it.
He still makes it fine. And
Thanks to his stick of climbing.
Okay, so you're all in the main hallway here. As you progress forward,
Oh, I can see some dudes.
Surrender and Tarist have moved forward close enough that they can see Roman lies against a pillar within the main assembly hall. A horned Advose mercenary standing over her with a blaster. You can hear shouting and screaming from the chamber to the right. "Nothing!" a voice cries. "The archive is empty. Just a bunch of useless scrolls and tablets. Where is the holocron?" A red-skinned figure with 2 sharp horns on his forehead, a Deveronian, strides into view and points a wicked, serrated sword at Romand. This must be Malfax. "Tell me, or I'll skin you alive." Then the Deveronian turns and stalks back into the archive, from which you hear
Make a
more
threat,
screams and
Dale.
crashing. He seems unhinged, and waves of anger, fear, and hatred boil off him, permeating the temple. No one seems to have noticed you yet.